In this video, I am going to show you how to use rank with quick table calculations. In this example, we want to see which category, subcategory, and which region has the most cells. So to do that, I'm going to bring region into my view, followed by category, and then subcategory. Alright? And then I'm going to bring in cells into the view. And actually, I want this to be average cells. So I'm going to take cells here and add it to label. So the number is added next to it. Actually, I may want to use average cells and also change this to average cells. So now we are looking at average cells per subcategory, per category, per region. Now to use rank calculations on this, to rank this right here, of course we could use sort to sort this, but we can also use rank. One thing we can do is we can click this drop down and go to quick table calculations and click on rank. As you can see right here, it says 13, but it's actually number 1 in the furniture category in the central region. And here it says 4, but it's actually number 1 in the technology category in the central region. But the reason why it says 13 or 4 in this case is because this is 13 out of 100, or 13 out of the total, right? And number 4 out of the total. But what we want here is we want it to be, we want to rank number 1, number 2, and number 3 for each subcategory, for each category, and for each region. So to do that, we go to our quick table calculations and we say compute using pin down. And now it's saying number 1, number 2, and number 3, and number 4. So for each category in each region, it will rank them from number 1 all the way to the last unit. Alright, so this is one way to use rank in Tableau. But what if we want our rank to be in descending order? We can edit how our rank works. So if we go back down to this drop down menu here, what we can do is we can do edit quick table calculation, and you get this pop-up, and we want it to be rank, and we want it to be ascending order. All right, and the good thing about this is as you're making changes, the changes you're making will be done automatically here, so you can kind of experiment and see what's going on. So we want to do it ascending order, and we'll just leave this as it is. We want it to be pinned down and show calculation assistant. So just like that, we just made our rank descending as opposed to ascending. And from this view, you can make different changes as you want. Or you can just use compute using if you already know what you want right here. We can compute using category, for example, right? We could compute using region. We could compute using the subcategory if you want, which is the default that it has been using. But let's go ahead and change this back to ascending, to descending, and close this. We can see that in the central region, chairs is number 1 in the furniture category. Now, another thing we can do is we can take this right here and add it to our rows to make our rank look even better. Alright, so but before we do that, we have to convert this into discrete values. If we just drag this as it is and add it here, it's not going to look right. So I'm going to bring this back here. So to add this to our view here and make it act properly, what we do is we convert this from continuous to discrete, and then we drag it into the view. Now that it is a discrete value, we can add it onto the view. And we can drag this around if we wanted to. We can drag this around. And as you can see, as you drag it around, the rank will change. The rank will change. And I think I just accidentally replaced something. Let's go ahead and bring region back. So as you drag things around, the rank is going to change to reflect the current position that you're working with. Alright, let's go ahead and drag this. Let's put it at the end. Why not? And from here, you can still double click and kind of see how the calculation is being done. So this is rank modified average of cells. So you can see how the quick table calculation is being done by double clicking on this. And from here, you can still make quick table calculations by coming here and do compute using, let's say if we do pen down, for example, everything is going to be 1. It's not going to look right. So we can compute using table down. And from here, we can also, let's say, edit table calculations from here. And let's say we want it to be descending. We want it to be competition. And let's say we want to compute using specific dimension. We only want to compute using the subcategory. We want to rank them from subcategory. And actually I want it to be you can choose between descending and ascending from here. And then you close this, and whatever calculations you made will show up right here. Now, as you might have noticed, right, this rank calculation that we did is not showing up over here. That's because when you create quick table calculations from here, it shows up in your dimensions and measures. But whatever quick table calculations you do doesn't show up in dimensions and measures. For your quick table calculations to show up in dimensions and measures, you have to manually drag it to this area. So if you want to use this rank again in the future, we have to drag it to, let's say, measures, and then we'll give it a name, and let's say rank of cells. Now if we go to a new view, and maybe let's say bring something like product name into the view, and then bring rank of cells into the view. Also, it gives us an error message. So because this is a calculated field and it was calculated using the previous view, you have to make sure that the fields that you use to do this calculation are in the view when you're using this rank. So if I bring in region and then bring in category and subcategory, now our rank of cells work. That's because when I first created this, I created it using region, category, and subcategory. If we remove region, it still works because remember, this rank is working using subcategory. So if I right click this and go to edit table calculation, as you can see, it's using subcategory. So we have to have subcategory in the view in order for this rank calculation to work. Even if I remove category from the view, it will still work. But if I remove subcategory, that's when you get into a problem. Alright, so we could bring subcategory back, and let's say bring shipment mode inside. Why not? And we can still use this rank that we created from this worksheet. So yeah, that's the basics of how to create rank in Tableau and different ways you can use it. Just make sure that when you're using this rank again in a different view, that what you're using to do the sorting, in this case subcategory, it's available. That's it for this video, and I'll see you on the next one.